Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back into another video. We got some more teasers coming your way, and today they might be teasing us our next champion, but I have a theory of what that could be. Now, before we get into that, let's talk about this teaser because this teaser was there yesterday. And this teaser seems to be, what they say here is that it's Sobek, which, in case you don't know, it's actually an Egyptian god. And he's also in Smite, so it makes kind of sense that they're doing an Egyptian battle pass, and they're bringing in some characters from there. Now, the question is this supposed to be a skin for maybe like a Makoa? Or it could even be Buck, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, we've seen Buck with a Sharkman skin, so I wouldn't be surprised at this point. But it could be a skin, or it could just be a death card, a little spray, a little mention to the gods of Smite. I'm not 100% sure. Let's just read real quick before we move on to the Champions teasers here real quick. What says on the picture, on top of the picture, the little caption. How fascinating. This mural is fully intact and somehow newer. The gods truly work in strange ways. This one looks like that of Sobek, both in his appearance and care for the water. Scarabs like these walls again. Scarabs like these walls again. I have to continue on, but this tomb feels far too alive. I think it actually might be a skin for Makoa. It makes sense, you know, being connected with the water, Makoa. Turtle, but he changes a little bit. He's a little, I don't know what. I'm sorry if I offend anybody, but a little fat lizard with a cannon. And somebody just followed us. Thank you. All right, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure what this one is. Usually I have a very good guess of what the champions might be. The other one, it is 100% Lilith. I mean, come on. It has a beating heart, something that looks like a beating heart in her hand. It is definitely a Lilith skin. This one could be a recolor to the Nessa skin, or just in general a little spray mention to the skin we already have and the banner for this event pass. And then this could be the second skin. Now, this does a whole mural, right? These three pictures do a whole mural. That's it. As if you guys have seen how they work with the event passes, now they have two skins only on the event pass, and usually they have like two recolors. This could be an extra skin that goes into a chest, since the original skin already is in the chest, the diamond chest, and you know they just did a recolor to it. It might go into the diamond chest as well, or maybe it will go to a specific Egyptian chest. So we might have the battle pass for 400 crystals. Have these two skins, this skin and this skin, both in the event pass. Have this frame in there as well, maybe a spray, and potentially some other skins in chests. Now, I don't know what those skins are, but we still have a lot of days to go until the showcase. It was definitely not today, as I told you guys in the last video, because usually the showcases are at Wednesday, and today is Wednesday. So unless they're still gonna do it and at a very, very late time of the day, I really doubt it. But let's take a look into some of the teasers they published today. I'm actually updating the page real quick because they literally just posted another one like 15 minutes ago, and I'm gonna go here and show you. So there's 3 different teasers. I'm gonna open them separately, and we can close this down and then close this down of Sobek, and we're gonna go here. And in case you're not familiar with what this is, these are the cards from Jenos. These are arts from the cards of Jenos. And as you can see, they look really modified. In fact, they look so modified, they actually look like brand new cards. Now, this does not mean that they reworked the cards of Jenos. Not at all. But if you guys remember a while ago, they mentioned of Echo Champions. And so my thought is, when are they going to do these Echo Champions? They never really explained that, or if they're ever going to do it. And all of a sudden, they're now bringing in cards that look already from a champion that we already have, and they're like mirrored, right? And the same thing here happens, except for this one. This one is not mirrored for some reason. They might have messed up. But as you can see here, there's a little text here that is mirrored. Now, this is upside down, but you still read from left to right. So, what is this? Jenos is a fraud. He will be the... what? The first to suffer. Okay, so yeah, so Jenos will be is a fraud. He will be the first to suffer. So I'm looking. I'm sensing here some specific enemy to Jenos, like somebody as a counter to, not a counter to Jenos, sorry, but his nemesis, right? So they say up here at the top, our chosen child Jenos, he will save you. So this is corresponding this. This is the goddess that supposedly gave the powers to Jenos, I'm imagining. And this is the evil goddess that gave the powers to whoever this character seems to be. At least that's my opinion. Then if we go into the second one, this is the falling star card that says, the gods watch over you from above. And then it says, your gods are meaningless. Wait, what? Puppets. Meaningless puppets. Okay, so it's like they're being controlled and so on. So this sounds to be some like justiciar, like an evil version that wants to hunt gods. So you guys are familiar with Thor, the latest movie, right? Where there's somebody who has a sword and goes after the gods. I would not be surprised it's a very similar situation here, because I mean, the person seems to be aiming for the gods very heavily. And then we got this one. The cosmos will protect us from evil. The abyss will destroy those of good. Okay, so this is a character from the abyss. Huh, interesting. So it's like, this card shows the corruption of this portal, allowing for the abyss. That's the abyss right there, right? So this seems to be a character from the abyss. But now, there's one thing I don't understand. Is this language Egyptian language or actually Abyssal language? Because that one is not there. This does seem to be something related, not to the pyre, but to the paladins. I mean, there's a little crystal there. It's a bit confusing here. It seems to be in the same location, the Shattered Desert. Okay, so yeah, it's what I actually believe. I believe this is a brand new champion. I believe that it might be an echo champion, and it's an echo champion that looks a little bit like Jenos or something. That you might actually move around like Jenos. So let me explain this part, because a lot of people don't know. What is an echo champion? What am I talking about, right? A while ago, when we were on the AOC, when I was still part of the AOC, they presented to us something called the Echo Champions. Champions that looked like current champions that we have. Like, let's say, for example, a second Adroxus that looked very much like him when it came to the physical structure, but had like a complete different visual, complete different voice lines, and complete different abilities. So you could actually separate, for example, Pepper, make her a brand new kid, like a damage kit, and have that being an echo champion, right? So that's what they were talking about. And a lot of people didn't like the idea, but I still think it's a great idea, just because it's a champion that half of the work is already done, right? We might be looking into a champion that's similar in other ways to other champions. Like, let's say, for example, this is a second Jenos, so it might be a support. But then it has like some different abilities, a better ability of like a void grip or something, maybe a complete different ultimate, maybe his healing is not actually the same thing, like maybe his movement ability is completely different, maybe he jumps super high or something and flies. It could be so many different things, right? We could be looking at a complete rework of Jenos, but as a brand new champion. And that's what an Echo Champion is. Looks similar in physical form to a champion that already exists in the game, but has completely different abilities, voice lines, visuals, and perhaps even main weapon. It really depends on how far they're willing to go. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I've heard of Datamine. I do not know if this is what Datamine is talking about, because this Datamine comes over from all the way from the Masquerade patch. Not this one, not the Anniversary one, the Masquerade one. And apparently they talk about a new champion there. Now, I could be telling you about what I've seen in the OC, because we still saw things far enough. Actually, I cannot. I'm lying. I cannot tell you anything I saw there. But I can tell you one thing. I've seen far enough to probably maybe think I know what this is. And no, I'm not giving my theory based on that. I am giving my theory based on what I'm looking at. All right, because whatever I was shown, it does not seem to be this. So either whatever I was shown is going to be in the future, or maybe it is actually this, and I was just convinced otherwise, right? And it's fine. It doesn't matter. As long as we can get to be surprised if that's more than enough. The showcase, I do not know when the showcase is going to be. It should be day 26, might be wrong. Don't quote me on that one. We might see some other teasers in the next few days. I'll come up with more videos in those days as well. So yeah, drop me down on the comments below your theories. Do you think that those pictures I showed you are the skins for Makoa, Lilith, and maybe Arcanessa recolor, and then the frame? Do you think that the event pass is going to have more than 2 skins, which is not usually the standard? And do you think this is actually an Echo champion? And it could be, or maybe something completely different. Maybe it's just an event. Maybe they're actually teasing us an event by changing some cards. All right, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. And until then, have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.